Welcome to a press conference. We have Vishy, Anand and Veselin Topalov here, who just ended their game in a draw. I would like to ask Veselin, what do you think about this opening? Did you manage to get something promising or not really?
Well, actually, I didn't expect it because it's a strange kind of nimzo when you play, when you give the bishop and the knight is already on d7. But I thought that actually the idea here for black was to play some tricky knight f6 and some to attack on g4. I thought this was, but probably it's not. I thought that was the idea. But of course I could have done it without playing c takes d5.
But somehow I believe that Vishy played the same move order yesterday, so he played this knight b to d7
yes,
on move 4.
Both of them couldn't believe that I would do what I did. So.
Exactly.
That's why it sounded
No, I thought
strange.
that probably there was some big improvement and I had to do something different. And that's why I play like this. But it's probably okay. It's supposed to be okay for white, but maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe bishop f4 here should instead of e3. No, maybe bishop f4.
Then maybe c5. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's c5, and I couldn't.
And knight goes to c5 and then to e6, I think.
Maybe, but okay, still, then I just move to e5, and okay, it's always nice to play with isolated pawn.
I mean, after e3, I thought I'm very comfortable. I just follow this plan of swapping the light bishops, and
yes, and then it's very comfortable position in general.
No, but actually, I thought this is a kind of positions that even when you swap, it's still a bit worse because, for example, the knight on d6 is a bit misplaced. Maybe here I should. Take on f5, and then if you take with the queen, then the ending, I thought it's a bit better for white. And then if you take with the knight, then for the moment I keep my knight on e5. And then in the game it was very comfortable for black after f6. Somehow I cannot really push. And of course knight f4 was terrible. But of course black is fine. But I should just stay probably. But I got a bit scared that some moves like h4, knight g3, which probably not so easy to make it work. But knight f4, I think it's white is in big trouble in this ending. Well, in trouble because, for example, here very nice. Let's say here g6, and then the plan is to play knight g7, then put the an f5 and knight e6, and then c5. So even if I was not sure that even if I put my queen on e5, then it goes to h8, but still it's black is pushing his pawns. So I was very worried about. I think here, for example, and that I don't know because in this position f5 was possible, but if this move, then I thought take, and then
maybe go back to g7. Yeah, at least.
Yeah, but then I have some tricks like bishop here, and well,
I mean,
but of course,
I thought white has got enough counterplay now. So.
But it's also true that queen h7 is not a threat because then you go queen e8.
Yeah.
So it's
It's double-edged, yeah, I think.
Well, I think black can try, but maybe c5 now. I don't know. In fact, probably I should even go back to f4 and stay like this. But it's difficult to.
Yeah, it's still hard to make progress.
No, of course, that is true.
By the way, I think they got some questions on Twitter because I think on move 37 you had some chance to play queen b1, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And this looked to be promising right at this moment.
Well, my problem was first, I didn't want to make such a committal decision with 3 moves to the time control.
Absolutely.
And second, I thought bishop f8 was quite reasonable for him. I didn't see a mate, and I thought white is also in a position to give purps. So
I thought it should be. I'm escaping through h3, no? So
yes,
I'm always one move short of being made because if I, for instance, check and go here, Then
Maybe you
he
can start
takes
with-
and he's freeing.
No,
the
but actually
F5.
I
What
can
about,
even
what
down-
about if
I
we start
can-
with check on b2?
Sorry?
But tell me,
We start with queen b2 check and
When?
instead of queen takes b3 maybe. And then in this line we have already this queen takes f3.
I saw that, but
even
my
that,
problem
I
is
thought it's-
same thing.
I just pinned queen c7, no? Also. But why not
maybe
queen
queen
c7?
yeah, maybe queen c7
Just
also.
so-
But even this, I thought is just getting to be a draw. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I will have if checks to
No,
make a
queen
draw. but
c7
not
I think
more.
is bad because queen f1 and g5 and queen takes on f8 later on.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw this idea with the queen on
Oh.
f7. That
Yes.
sometimes he goes queen f7 and bishop f8,
Yes.
and I go queen f1.
that was
Yeah,
too
but I think you
deep.
just
That
take
was
it.
too deep for
But
me.
maybe here queen g4, queen e2 and then take on g7. Okay, I think it's still
Probably
very
still-
close to a draw, but maybe still some questions to ask.
Well, I understand, but if you tell me on move 37, this is much better than what I will get after move 41. But okay, both look like.
And here, what if I
promising.
play queen?
No, but I think this is
no. I
just
thought
Yeah,
maybe
maybe it's
maybe
not much.
objectively
This
your
is
your
already gone,
chance.
but-
Maybe I was afraid. Honestly, let me see. Knight g7, queen e3. I was afraid of obviously of this move. Because queen e5 and then it's not easy to stop c5. No?
I thought, in
Oh,
fact,
no,
I've
no.
complicated my life here, no?
No,
Because
no,
now
no.
you'll
No,
always
but
have
I-
counterplay.
No, but 95, 96, and then maybe you just queen d8.
Okay,
So-
and I come back, or
But if you come back, then I push.
Maybe we can prepare playing bishop c3 because
But
c5
then-
shouldn't be
But
overestimated.
still queen d8, yeah? Still queen d8.
So maybe we also play h3 and g4 here too.
No, but h3,
also-
c5,
bishop
c5.
c3.
maybe immediately even. Immediately
Queen
g4, no?
c7, maybe, and then, well, maybe not. I was just worried because
No, for sure, black has some chances. But
because
it's
even
Yes.
g4 you have some knight g7 back, and I thought this was
maybe bishop c3 is the way to
to
go.
start with, but okay, again you have queen c7, queen
Queen
d8.
c7 I think we can keep because if you take on e5 I take with f pawn and it shouldn't
Well,
be
but
too
okay,
bad.
it's nice, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's too much because
No, maybe
you
it's
always-
holding, but of course that was not my dream,
No, then I went back.
And now it's maybe not so easy.
I wanted to do this here, but ran into
Then
kind of
I'm
the same
attacking,
issues.
no? I'm attacking your pawn.
I mean, same old crap. But,
Yeah, but then it's now it's
Maybe I check it first. No.
Hmm?
Maybe I check it first, yeah, just to make a free.
of course, yeah.
yes,
No,
but
here is queen d4. I think.
No,
oh,
but
sorry,
bishop-
I have to go to f1. Yeah, then
It's
then maybe
okay.
take on h2 or no? Then I
but
take on
then
f8.
then you take with check on.
d5. Yeah.
You
free.
take on check on f3. Yeah?
Yeah, so maybe a little bit different.
Oh, it's.
Yeah, this could be some progress. Queen b1, but
But then if I just start with. No, first I always have queen d1. That is also true.
yeah, but then this is what I want, right?
96, you mean?
Or h4.
Yeah, h4. I thought it was just staying with the king
This
king
is-
one, but it's.
This may be an improvement because you
No,
no longer
okay, I
have
have to-
counterplay and you're no longer attacking c6 and then
But I think you could get this even early in the game. Maybe without b6. I thought if you don't do the b6, then your
Yeah,
pawn is
b6
not-
was very committal. I mean, I somehow, I think maybe b6 was a clear mistake because after that I have to defend this pawn in many lines. I was afraid he would play a5 and bishop c5 somewhere.
but it also
Well, but then I'm losing my queenside options.
yes.
If I play a6 and he goes b4, then I don't have the pawn majority that I have in the game. So this is the
But
problem.
yeah, but I think.
Anyway, it was like this. I mean, probably black missed something, but
Actually,
think by the
here
time we got here,
I thought
there was
I
nothing
was. I had some chances at some point, yeah. But because no, I mean, okay. I guess if you don't have queen e2, then I just collect the pawn and.
I mean, I even without g5, f5 might also just be a fortress. But
Probably, yeah, that's
but I
right.
didn't want to.
Yeah, my dream was to
Waste
go to
time.
b4 and then play a5.
Yeah,
But okay,
I mean,
it's too much. probably.
White can play
It
100 moves.
can
I
never.
thought, okay, we can finish the game. So.
It was not very inspiring from my.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.